Well, that felt like a very long and convoluted way to say welcome to my studio. I haven't done this for a while, and I have not done this publicly on my channel, but I figured I would do just a studio tour now that the studio is kind of complete. I made a series of videos when I first moved in here when the studio was pretty derelict and just completely abandoned. And that was over a year ago now. And now I'm like very much settled into this studio, making content every week, putting out shorts, putting out YouTube videos. I'm pretty comfortable with how the studio is set up now. Although, you know, there's always room for improvement. There's always little things I would love to change, but I figured I would show you the studio in its current state and how I use it. I just wanted to butt in real quick to tell you about my Patreon and YouTube memberships. If you enjoy the content that I make and you want to get videos either early and or ad-free, or if you just want to help support the content that I make here on YouTube, click the link in the description to join my Patreon or click the join button below this video to join my YouTube membership. Okay, now back to the video. So pretty much as you walk in, it's the kitchen. This is like the set, the studio. I had to make it in this corner because this is where the water and the drain is, so I had no real choice. But it kind of works out because this is the furthest away spot from the road that is outside, and the windows here are insanely thin and let in all of the sound. I bought a bunch of these sort of like racks, which I can kind of adjust all the shelves and stuff, and I just use it to store everything. I got a whole bunch of the garums here. I've also got a bunch of my fermenters up top, the big ones that quite bulky, so I keep them up high. They're light, so it's not too dangerous to keep them up high. Some more ingredients, and then a bunch of the salts and some extra ferments that I made like a year ago and honestly just completely forgot about. They're not videos, they're just stuff that I put into bags with salt and just let ferment. So who knows, sometime in the future, maybe those will become something. If any of you are like me, you're gonna wanna know about how I light my videos. It's really simple. It's one single big light. I do keep on my ceiling lights just to add a little bit of like ambiance in the background. Sometimes I'll set them a little bit warmer, but my actual main light, key light, is just a scrim, which is basically just a big white sheet, which is semi-translucent. This is specifically made for video and photo. And then just a 300 watt LED light, which I can adjust to make it cooler or warmer as well. I have it all hooked up on this sort of push rod sort of thing. One of my friends who works in like TV and production and stuff helped me with a video one time. They brought all this whole setup to like set up all the lights, and I loved it so much I told them to leave it here, and I just paid them money for it. And I've been using this ever since because it kind of keeps everything off the ground so that there's no like stand legs sticking out to trip over. I can keep all the cables up top as well, and it holds quite a lot of weight. Speaking of cables, I just have the power cable running across here, down here, and just out of view here is a power strip where I can just switch on and off. Of course, the main centerpiece for all my videos is my kitchen island. This is where I film pretty much everything. This is a pretty much custom-made kitchen island. I asked the people who made my kitchen to basically just take a few cabinets, stick them together, and then make me a countertop up here. However, the countertop used to be the same color as the one behind me, but I realized pretty quickly that it does not look good on video. Like white, bright countertops do not look good. So I bought a big roll of fake wood veneer, so fake walnut veneer, just to sort of match the general vibe, and just did my best to lay it down without any air bubbles. And I think I did pretty good. The only thing with this though is that it scratches quite easily. And you can see, if you look at it at a certain angle, you can kind of see how the light catches a lot of the scratches. So it's okay, it looks good enough on video, and I can always just replace it. Behind me are the shelves that I had put in with the kitchen. I asked the kitchen fitters to take the same wood that is made from these cabinets and then just make me 2 strips. And then I bought these heavy duty, sort of like invisible shelf brackets, and had them line it up like this. And then I stuck little LED strips in the back just to give it a little bit of like ambiance. And this is where I just keep a lot of stuff that I use quite often. And then on the top there, I've got my play buttons. I've got a few garums. I've got a few secret projects, which will come out soon. My soju and some Shine Muscat wine too. Of course, I've got my steamers and my baskets, which are all hanging here, which all my little like strainers and sieves and stuff. This is like the easiest way to store these because they do not stack because they're all different shapes. So this, I find, is a nice way to store them. From the main kitchen set, if I just move a little bit this way, my right, your left, we've got the fridge, which was a complete pain to bring up into the studio because the stairwell coming in was way too tight. So we had to bring this through the outside of the building through next door. But what I like about it is got this sort of like double door style, which means it has a lot more space, and the fridge being up above for me helps because as someone who's, I don't know, not super tall, but I'm kind of tall, it means I can see everything. My fridge at home, the fridge is on the bottom, so I'm always forgetting things that are like hidden in the back because I just can't see them. And then a great thing about this is that this is like glass, right? So it's basically just like a whiteboard. So I use it like a whiteboard. So I write out some of my current videos. I write out some recipes that I just need to like sort of have for a moment before I write them down permanently. So I can just rub little measurements out and then fill them back in again as I make adjustments. A little bit further is the fermentation chamber that I made in a video, which right now, because it's hot, it's the summer, not really in use. This was much more of like a winter thing. So it's just open. It's still all plugged in and connected to the thermostat, but because it's so warm, the thermostat doesn't even turn on. And in here, I've got a few different projects like candy wine. I've just got some kombucha, which I'm just making for myself. I've got some gochujang, which I made a while ago, and then also some rice vinegar, which I think didn't really turn out very well. You know what? I've been trying to make rice vinegar for a while, and it's not easy. Over here is just sort of more of that shelving. The shelving that was by the door actually used to be here, and I had this kind of like measured out so that it fits around the window perfectly, but I wasn't using the one over there, so I moved that over to the kitchen to store, and then this is just kind of where I keep jars, extra bits and bobs, some tools, some extra appliances that I don't use, microwave, KitchenAid, which is half broken, all these glass jars that I've been collecting, and then some boxes with the stuff that I use in the studio. And then a whole bunch of, these are all plastic bottles, soda bottles, glass bottles, just things to like put drinks and garums and soy sauces in. They look nice. I can just give them out to people if I want to as well. Nothing too crazy expensive. They're like $1 a bottle or something. I just move on to my desk now, which is where I spend quite a lot of time. This is just a sort of dining table that my mom had, so I took it off her, and I used to use it as like a centerpiece in the studio, but realized I like never have guests over, so there's like no one to sit on this huge table. So I ended up just turning it into my desk. Again, for some of those tech people, I just have a Mac Studio connected to a studio display. It does everything I need and more, plenty powerful. I'm super happy with it. I find the display is so good, it's so crisp, and it just works seamlessly with the studio. I record all of my voiceovers for my shorts with a Rode VideoMic NTG, which I use on my computer. I'll use this on my camera sometimes, but for the most time on my camera, I use these lapel mics. This usually lives connected to my computer because this is actually an amazing voiceover microphone. Moving to the back of the studio, which is kind of like a dead space. The idea when I first moved in was to like make this like a lounge, but then of course, like I said, I almost have never have any guests around. So I have a hi-fi setup, not crazy expensive. They're Wharfdale speakers and just a Marantz amplifier if you're into that. And then an Audio-Technica record player, which kind of like just the basic one. This is a C-stand that I don't use for video. So this actually became my drying rack for cheesecloths and big linens that I use for filtering and everything. It works great, and I think it looks pretty cool as well when it catches the sunlight. I also do have a little growing station here. This is a worktop that I bought because, well, hopefully I should be taking a lot of photos for various reasons. So I wanted a dedicated sort of photo workbench, which I can move around the studio, which is why this is something on wheels. So if I want natural light, I can move to the window. If I want to move it away from the window and just use studio lights, I can also do that. It gives me really good control and means I can just kind of change the vibe of the photos as I go. I've got one more thing before I end this studio tour. It's not super exciting, but you know what? It's just another storage shelf where I bought another one to keep all my appliances on because I sort of had my appliances all over the place, scattered around. I wanted somewhere dedicated just to put all my appliances. So I've got this shelf for stuff that I use quite often. This shelf up here is air fryers and a multi-cooker. Below here is just smaller appliances which can fit and hide away. And then if I tilt this down a little bit, this is my fermenter, which I've mentioned in a few videos. This is basically just a rice warmer. because every restaurant in Korea that serves rice usually has one of these to keep rice warm during service, because you can't just make rice to order. You have to make a whole batch of rice and then portion it out and then keep it warm until someone wants it. So this is a rice warmer, which I bought used for like 70 bucks, and it goes anywhere from 0 degrees all the way up to 120 degrees Celsius, which is ideal if I just want to ferment stuff at room temperature, or if I just want to bring stuff up to like 50, 60 degrees Celsius, which is good for like enzymes and stuff. This has been great, and it doesn't actually use that much energy because it just turns off and on to maintain a temperature. I'm really glad I bought this. I am just stepping outside now onto the balcony, but I'm not going to show you too much of the balcony because you could probably figure out where I am just from some of these restaurants. But I just keep 2 things out here. This is soy sauce, which I am aging in the sun, and then some Korean style doenjang, or like fermented soybean paste, which I'm just keeping out in the sun where it can stay really warm. And this being in direct sun gets really, really hot. This is almost too hot to touch. So that was a tour of my studio. Not super comprehensive, but it's everything that I'm willing to share with you guys. That was a little bit of a different video today, but I hope you guys enjoy sort of like the behind the scenes of some of my videos. If you want to see any more videos about how I do things, or some bit more detailed into some of the aspects of the studio, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you want just more life, I guess, also leave a comment below, because you know what? I want to start branching out into some different topic videos too, not just fermentation. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.